Hello, welcome to Top Stories today. The people of Omagwa and Ipo communities in Ikwere local government area of Delta State have barricaded the entrance of the Port Harcourt International Airport while protesting lack of power supply and other amenities. 6 construction workers are presumed dead after a container ship struck the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore yesterday, Tuesday. In sports, after several statements that striker Victor Osimhen was not for sale, Italian publication Martino has reported that Napoli were considering reducing the asking price of 130 million euros for their most prized asset. Welcome to News Hour with me, Chioma Vickwemeka, here on TV Sapiencia. We begin. The people of Omagwa and Ipo communities in Ikwere local government area of River State have barricaded the entrance of the Port Harcourt International Airport while protesting lack of power supply and other amenities. The protest has disrupted flight operations as air travelers are stranded, just as the situation has caused a gridlock stretching from the airport road to adjoining communities. The protesters, who trooped out as early as 7 a.m. today, Wednesday, lamented that despite hosting the international airport and suffering from noise pollution daily, they are not paid any form of compensation and there are no good schools in the area. We are following up on this story and we'll keep updating you. Away from that, following his invitation by the federal government over his comments on the activities of bandits, Kaduna Islamic cleric Sheikh Gumi said he had a productive interaction with the agencies on how to curb banditry across the country. The Minister of Information, Mohammed Idris, on Monday, while addressing the State House journalists, had disclosed that the government deemed it fit to invite the cleric for questioning, adding that he, Gumi, was not above the law. Recalls that Gumi had offered to negotiate with bandits who abducted about 287 school children, which, of course, the 137 as claimed by the Kaduna State government from Kuriga Government Secondary and NDLEA primary schools in the Chikun local government area of the state. In a post on his X, formerly Twitter, the handle #Ahmad_Gumi on Tuesday, Gumi assured his followers that there was no cause for alarm, adding that there was no animosity in the course of the meeting and called for unity and synergy to achieve everlasting peace. Still in security, the Nigerian Army says soldiers killed in the Okwama community in Delta State are to be buried today, Wednesday, at the National Cemetery, Abuja. This was disclosed in a statement posted on the Nigerian Army's X handle yesterday, Tuesday, adding that the burial will be held today by 3 p.m. President Bola Tinubu is billed to be the special guest of honor at the event. At least 17 military personnel were killed by irate youths during a communal clash over a land dispute in Bomadi and Okwama communities in the state. According to the report, the personnel attached to the 181 Amphibious Battalion were responding to a distress call when they were ambushed and killed. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps Commandant General Special Intelligence Corps has uncovered a massive illegal oil refining site in a forest in the Odagwa community of the Eche local government area of River State. According to the NSCDC, the site has 10 illegal refineries with an estimated 500,000 liters of crude oil contained in about 50 illegally constructed reservoirs. The security agency said it arrested 5 suspects during a raid on the site. The NSCDC spokesman, River State Command Olufemi Ayodele, disclosed this while parading the suspect before newsmen. Ayodele said the site was uncovered based on credible intelligence gathered. At least 100,000 Nigerians displaced to Niger Republic, Chad and Cameroon by terrorism in the northeast were returned to their homes in the past 7 years. The Borno State Governor, Professor Babagana Zulum, disclosed this to State House correspondents after closed-door talks with President Bola Tinubu at the Aso Rock Villa, Abuja, yesterday, Tuesday. Zulum, who said he discussed plans to resume the repatriation of Nigerians from the neighboring countries, announced that the president had approved the immediate takeoff of the Federal College of Education, Goza. The governor also revealed plans to resuscitate 2 fallow irrigation projects in the state. That's the South Chad Irrigation Project and the Yauri Irrigation Scheme, saying he suggested the establishment of a vibrant security outfit around the South Chad Basin area. In Anambra State, the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, says there are over 800 tuberculosis treatment centers in the state. Dr. Obidike disclosed this during a press briefing to commemorate World Tuberculosis Day in Awka yesterday. According to Dr. Obidike, the day holds profound significance for the state as it provides an opportunity to raise awareness about TB, which is described as one of the world's deadliest infectious diseases, and to reaffirm their commitment to combating the global health threats. He noted that the data compiled by the State Ministry of Health and reports from the Nigeria Tuberculosis, Leprosy and Brulee Ulcer Control Program that Anambra State tested 138,000 persons in 2023 and notified 13,120 cases. Dr. Obidike further revealed that about half of the people with TB can be found in 8 countries in the world, namely Bangladesh, China, India, Indonesia, Nigeria, Pakistan, Philippines, and South Africa. That the ministry under Governor Chukwuma Soludo has implemented robust TB control programs working in close partnerships with national and international health agencies, non-governmental organizations, and community stakeholders. The commissioner made it clear that Soludo administration's treatment for all forms of tuberculosis in the state is free, and that state government has more than 800 facilities that offer TB treatment across Anambra State. The World Health Organization, WHO, revealed that tuberculosis remained one of the world's deadliest infectious killers, and that about 4,100 people die from the disease each day globally. The government of Anambra State has dismissed the online viral video about ongoing Ochanja Road project as a handwork of mischief makers. Speaking to journalists at the 2.3 kilometers road, the Commissioner for Works, Engineer Ifeanyi Okoma, explained that the washed-off portion is just a little part of the road, out of which 1.7 kilometers have been completed. The Commissioner assured that the project will be completed in record time, saying that the road is still under construction. As such, a videoing and circulating of a portion of it's not only mischievous, but has potential to affect the state negatively. Engineer Koma, who expressed shock over the viral video, pointed out that the road has not been inaugurated by the state government as reported in the trending video. He explained that the contractor handling the project worked on Sunday and only about 1 foot where he stopped work was washed as a result of the heavy rains and blocked drainages along the road. Still in Anambra State, the commander of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Anambra State Command, Mr. Daniel Onyishi, has called on parents to put in more efforts in the upbringing of their female children and monitor their activities in order to save them from dangers of drug abuse and other social vices. Mr. Onyishi made a call during a radio program while speaking on the topic, females' involvement in drug abuse and drug trafficking. Mr. Onyishi, who revealed that the rate at which females abuse drugs in today's society is alarming, added that females' involvement in drug abuse and trafficking outweighs that of the male's counterparts. Judging by the NDLEA findings, he explained that the state NDLEA is doing its best in the fight against drug abuse and drug trafficking, which he said has continued to destroy the society, calling for all hands to be on deck to save the society and the destiny of young people. Away from Anambra State in Nigeria, some 16% of children aged 11 to 15 were cyberbullied in 2022, up from 13% 4 years ago. A WHO Europe report covering 44 countries said today Wednesday, 15% of boys and 16% of girls reported being cyberbullied at least once in recent months, according to the study entitled Health Behavior in School-Aged Children. The UN agency noted that the pandemic has changed the way adolescents behave towards each other. 11% of boys and girls reported being bullied at school at least 2 or 3 times a month in the past couple of months, compared to 10% 4 years ago. The highest level of cyberbullying were experienced by boys in Bulgaria, Lithuania, Moldova, and Poland, while the lowest levels were reported in Spain, the WHO said, without providing detailed data. 6 construction workers are presumed dead after a container ship struck the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore yesterday, Tuesday. Rescue efforts have been called off, and investigators now hope to board the vessel to retrieve its data recorder. One of the missing has been named as Miguel Luna, originally from El Salvador, who was working on the bridge at the time of the collision. The bridge snapped and plunged into the Patapsco River on Tuesday at about 1:30 ET, that's 5:30 GMT, after the Dali container ship crashed into it. The vessel had lost power and issued a distress call moments before, but was traveling too quick to change course. President Joe Biden has said the U.S. government would cover the entire cost of rebuilding the bridge. Away from that, a Japanese nappy maker has announced that it will stop producing diapers for babies in the country and instead focus on market for adults. Oji Holdings is the latest firm to make such a shift in a rapidly aging Japan, where birth rates are at a record low. Sales of adult nappies outpaced those for infants in the country for more than a decade. The number of babies born in Japan in 2023, that's 758,631, was down by 5.1% from the previous year. It is also the lowest number of births on record in Japan since the 19th century. In the 1970s, that figure stood at more than 2 million. Our sports stories right now, the Eagles of Mali beat Super Eagles of Nigeria 2-0 yesterday, Tuesday night. In the clash with the Eagles, Nigeria suffered the loss courtesy of 1 goal in each half of the game. Itore gave Mali the lead in the 18th minute, and the runners-up in the recently concluded African Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast could not sever a draw in the first half. Kedubia sealed the victory for the Malians with an 84th minute strike from the center of the box. This loss was the interim coach George Finidi's first loss at the helms of affairs following the expiration of Jose Pesero's contract. Finidi won his first game in charge, a friendly on Friday against the Black Stars of Ghana. Away from that, the Euro 2024 lineup is now complete as Poland, Ukraine and Georgia triumphed in intense playoff battles Tuesday night. The stage is now set for the electrifying UEFA Euro 2024 tournament, which kicks off in Munich, Germany on June 14 and concludes with the final in Berlin on July 14, 2024. Poland emerged victorious over Wales in a penalty shootout after a goalless draw in the regulation time and extra time. The match reached its climax when Wales' C. Mefam received a red card in the 120th minute, and Polish striker Kepatek secured the winning penalty, sealing Poland's place in Group D alongside Netherlands, Austria and France. Ukraine secured their spot in the tournament with a hard-fought 2-1 victory against Iceland. After several statements that striker Victor Osimhen was not for sale, Italian publication Martino has reported that Napoli were considering reducing their asking price of 130 million euros for their most prized asset. Osimhen has always been in the news, with reports linking him with a move away from Italy, and he is one of the most sought-after strikers in Europe. In January, English Premier League giant Manchester United reportedly prepared an offer of 110 million euros as they hope to land the Nigerian international during the next transfer window. A few days ago, rivals Chelsea and Arsenal were also set to test the waters for the Napoli striker with an offer of 90 million euros. Spanish and French giants Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain have all been linked with the players. We're following up on this and we'll keep updating you. With that, we'll wrap it up on this hour's news. A top reminder of the stories. The people of Omagwa and Ipo communities in Ikwere local government area of Rivers State have barricaded the entrance of the Port Harcourt International Airport while protesting lack of power, supply and other amenities. 6 construction workers are presumed dead after a container ship struck the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore yesterday, Tuesday. After several statements that striker Victor Osimhen was not for sale, Italian publication Martino has reported that Napoli were considering reducing the asking price of 130 million euros for their most prized assets. That's it. On News Hour, this hour, on behalf of the entire editorial news and production crew, my name is Chioma Vicchukwemeka. Stay with us here on TV Sapiencia. We have other news times at exactly 4 p.m. I will be right back on News Hour. Kindly be security conscious, be on the alert, whatever it is you do, ensure you are on the right path of the law. Stay with us.